There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you'll become allergic to meat. And sort of describe the mechanism.
So when we had a dinner before the launch of Mug Club, a very secret dinner. Thanks again for those NDAs.
Yeah.
Alex Jones was there, and he was talking about how, and by the way, they're doing this right now where they're making people allergic to meat. This comes from a tick, and he starts going, and we're going like, that sounds like it's probably partially right. Turns out it was all correct.
100%.
So
again, Alex, again.
Yeah.
Here is a 2016 clip from a World Economic Forum linked bioethicist. His name is Matthew Liao. He's director of the Center of Bioethics at NYU. Okay. And here's this video now. It's surfaced of him encouraging genetically modified humans and talking about meat allergies.
So it turns out that we know a lot about, we have these intolerance to, for example, I have milk intolerance. And some people are intolerant to crayfish. So possibly we can use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you'll become allergic to meat. And sort of describe the mechanism. So that's something that we can do through human engineering. We can kind of possibly address really big world problems through human engineering.
Well, what kind of genetic modification do you need to do to fix your lisp?
I think that'd be a lifestyle change, Stephen.
It's a weird thing. It's like some people are allergic to milks and some people are allergic to crayfish.
I thought it was crawfish.
I don't.
By the way,
I just pull out like milk, and some people I don't know allergic to pineapple. Something.
It looks like he could use some meat.
Yes, he does.
Well, I think he gets plenty.
Also, the only kind of genetic
I know. Every now and then, Jill just comes in with a snipe. You're like,
just hit me.
what? Follow his Twitter. That's what I'm talking about.
Listen,
You're fired up.
I think it's real.
What were we about to say there?
The only genetic modification I want is like a spider-human crossover.
Yeah.
A Hulk situation. I don't want to have a tick. I want a
Something
tick man.
that we could use.
You want genetically you and David Arquette, so you can have a sequel.
Yeah, perfect.
The worst superhero
freakier.
Ever. The tick.
So think about this, though, for a second. And this is, by the way, and you can comment below, they don't want you eating meat. Think about Impossible Burger and what's it? Beyond Meat. There's Beyond, there's Impossible. It's hard to keep track of it. And I always find it funny when you have these vegans who say, like, I don't miss meat at all. So can you create something that feels, looks, and tastes exactly like what I claim to dislike? And these things aren't good. What's crazy about this is, and there's a carnivore diet that a lot of people do, by the way, and I'm not into what I would say is sort of cultist dieting. That being said, I think generally eat good food when you're hungry until just before you're full. And that should include a lot of good quality meat, by the way. I think the bulk of your diet should probably be meat, high protein, good fat foods, just to be clear. But I don't think you need to be dogmatic about it. That being said, there is some value to the carnivore diet because this is an age-old elimination diet that doctors have used. The one sort of form of, I don't want to say produce, but the one form of food that people are least allergic to tends to be red meat.
Yeah.
So saying, hey, you may have a food allergy, and I don't mean the people who say they're allergic to gluten, who are full of it. You either have celiac disease, in which case you eat it and you get violently ill. You don't have a little bit of gluten, just like Gerald doesn't have a little bit of AIDS. It's all or nothing.
Don't have any.
All.
Want to get AIDS?
So the elimination diet has always been red meat. Because very, very few people, it is the food the least likely to induce some kind of food intolerance. If there's a dietitian out there, a doctor, please comment below. Let me know if that is incorrect today in 2023. It used to be the case, and now they're talking about modifying human beings so that they can develop allergies to bovine meat.
Yeah, well, it's to solve climate change because cows farting is basically, destroying the planet.
Science.
Yeah.
Why are we trying to give people allergies?
I know.
Well, so
They can't find a way to make us allergic to fentanyl, but they're going to...
I'll give you my best, Alex Jones. It's because Bill Gates, he has patents that he wants people to be allergic to meat because he has a product.
We're going to solve climate change by this reverse Claritin. Make you allergic to everything.
You just take one every day or a little...
Yeah, exactly. You're more of a reverse Zyrtec? We have that too.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.